Welcome everyone to a CMHD.TV how-to edition. My name is Alan, and right here we have the HAF X. Today I will show you how to install these components inside of our HAF X. We have the V6, Silent Pro 1200 Gold, 2 ATI 5970 cards, ASUS motherboard, 3 sticks of crucial memory, and last but not least our hard drive. Now, let's do this. Alright, so first off, we have to remove the GPU air duct. To do so, there's 2 thumb screws located right here. Simply take those off. Take that part off. The next thing we need to remove is the PSU partition area. 2 thumb screws located here and here. We can take out the accessory box and begin the next step. Before you turn the case on its side, make sure you remove the side panel so it doesn't scratch. So the next thing that we're going to do is install the motherboard standoffs. And when installing these, make sure you look at the form factor of your motherboard so you can correctly place the motherboard standoffs where they go. Let's mount the motherboard. Make sure you align it with the motherboard standoffs. Once it's aligned, you're going to use the M3 5 screws listed on your HAF X manual to secure it onto the case. Right, now we're going to install the V6, and for this you're going to need an additional hand. Now we can install the memory. The next thing we're going to move on to is installing the power supply. Now let's go ahead and install the video card. Well, as you can see, these aren't your ordinary length video cards, and still you have no problems mounting it into the HAF X. Being that these aren't your ordinary size cards, with the HAF X we include a VGA bracket to provide extra support for them. It's fairly easy to install. Just mount it like this, and on the back side of the case you'll see that it has a opening for screws. You have this little lever right here to adjust the height of it. Lower it, higher it. So you adjust it to your perfect setting, and then you just turn the knob to tighten it, and it's secured. The next thing we're going to install is the hard drive. Simply press the toolless bracket right here to slide it out. Place the hard drive onto the bracket. Once it's secured, simply slide it back into the bracket, press it down, and then secure it like that. Now we're ready to install all the cables. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to get these wires right here, run them through the opening over here in the back. Just like that. And now you see that this area right here is clean of wires. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to route these wires through these rubber grommets right here to the area that we're going to plug them into. 24 pin is going to go on this top one. And your PCI Express for the video cards are going to go on this bottom one right here. The last cable that we need to route through here is the Molex connector for the hot swap. That one goes through the top one. We'll worry about this later. Okay, now we have all the cables plugged in. We can use the zip ties that came in the accessory box to make them look a little bit more tidier. So when you mount the PSU Partition box and the VGA Air Duct right here, once you mount that, it's a lot easier to place into the case. Now that the zip ties are all used with the cables, just make sure that you cut them off so you don't leave this hanging off of them. And keep in mind, this is just a brief cable management. If you want to make it look a lot nicer, you can take your time and you can definitely do a better job. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to place, there's no cables here, but we're going to slide this over like that, just so it can look a lot nicer, and we're going to secure that in there. Okay. Now we're done with the cable management. Let's go ahead and put on the side panels. Now let's just briefly talk about some of the features of the case. It comes with a VGA duct right here that allows support for the video cards, an air duct that guides the air from the front to the back, PSU partition that allows you to hide cables back here and to make it look a lot neater. We have your toolless hard drive brackets, your patented push lock for your 5.25 base. The front of the case, it has two hot swap, USB 3.0, eSATA, FireWire, USB 2.0, headset and your mic. And this little gadget right here allows you to hide your power button, reset, and the fan LED on off. That way you don't have an accident when having your computer on. If you use the VGA bracket, make sure you remove the air duct on the side panel right here.